So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. And Thomas has it. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to... Fourth down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Richardson. Dancing to his left. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. ETN. The 20 on the edge of the red zone. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st down, right back to ETN. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Geno now to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. He gets it to Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
The Colts are 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Joshua Hines-Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Richardson looking to throw this. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Here now a third down and 8. Off play action. Richardson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
This is Thomas. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Smith. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson on the bootleg here. They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Richardson looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Smith. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Thomas goes in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Smith. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after try forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
There, Richardson back to throw it. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come to a safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
The slot man in motion right.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Richardson.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Now it's Richardson.
Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now Thomas. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. No gain on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage.
That is caught by a diving Thomas. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy front. Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Etienne up the middle. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Get to the football. It's blocked.
We've been at enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear a special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied 2nd half. This is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. Was intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went.
Boy, if that wasn't pass interference, I don't know what it was.
End zone courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Operating from the gun, Richardson, flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down, Richardson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And Smith here, an audible at the line. And they'll go again with Etienne. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Now 2nd and 9. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And his kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. Down the sideline he goes.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Here's a give to ETN.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
ETN is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time, So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Throwing now, Smith. Rolling to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing is Smith. A short throw to Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Richardson. Got his open man. It's Mallory.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
But if you do it one bite at a time.
Okay.
That's the way they've got to play this. One play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
That's to the tight end, Mallory.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old way, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
One more time with ETN.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal, option right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all